Hi and welcome to the FinancialFox Weekly Review, where I'm going to share my thought on markets, investment, and also because it's the week and the lifestyle. So let's start with lifestyle. This is quite exciting. And I want to talk about the UK fashion retail Boohoo, which was accused of serious malpractice and worker exploitation in their factory in Leicester, where employees were paid £4 an hour, which is half of the minimum wage, and they were not wearing masks. Leicester is also the place where the cases of the COVID-19 has recently risen a lot, and so they are back into lockdown. So this is a really serious event that happened, not only because it actually caused the share price of Boohoo to go from £4 to just over £2, but also because it's posing serious question to what is the future of the business. So Boohoo was worth more than 5 billion before the allegations started, and actually the share price went up quite a lot from March during the lockdown because of the online orders, and then after the allegation it just dropped dramatically. Now they announced on Thursday a review of the supply chain. They are trying, to show they haven't done anything wrong. They are doing all the investigation, but this poses serious question because we know everything about sustainability. We know about ethical practices. We know about social impact. And those kind of pillars, those kind of values, they are very important, and each industry should make sure that their supply chain is transparent and is not exploiting anyone or anything. And particularly in fashion, that comes down to the people they are making and they are working in the production, in the supply chain. So this is a really serious matter. And do we think the share price is going to go back to £4? I don't know. It started to recover a little bit over the last, just after the big drop. But, there was a trading opportunity, buy at around 215, selling, at 280. Probably now it's just going to be, I would say, just to be very careful and watch. It could go back up if they're going to be able to prove, but it could be is really gonna tank. And as I said, this is a really serious matter because, it's not something that a big UK retailer can afford, and is actually all about reputation. So definitely a stock that I will watch closely, and I will try to also to stay updated with the news and the development of this saga, let's say. The next things I want to talk is about pet insurance, which is something that actually touched me personally. And why I'm bringing this up? Because it's an investment, isn't it? So during the lockdown, obviously many people decided to adopt more pets. And as we've seen, the consume of pet appliance goods has just risen a lot. And then it poses the problem, or it poses the question, let's say, I'm going to get a pet insurance. So if the pet market, we actually at the moment is 21 million, pets are adopted in the UK, and only 3.6 million people have an insurance for their pet. Now, what that means, that means that, not everybody has got it. What are the benefits? Is that really the best investment? Now, I will tell you my story. I found one of the largest pet insurer, and they quoted for a little puppy French bulldog over £200 per month. Plus, they wouldn't cover any neutering, or also the little hernia, umbilical hernia that he has got. And that was quite upsetting. And then I asked why it's so expensive that it's not going to cover even, these vet claims. Oh, because, it depends on the breed, it depends on the postcode, it depends, on different factors. And, as it goes older, the bill could get higher. And I thought there was crazy. And then, you know, I and I ask, are you going to pay the vet directly if I have to do anything, or yes, to have any operation, my little baby? And I said, well, no, you have to claim the money back. So this is another pain in the ass, right? So is the insurance market is going to grow with the increase of pet adoption? Possibly not. One other option is for people to be more responsible and put aside some money if the pets become ill, which usually doesn't happen in the first year, it will happen later on. But if you put aside regular money every month, that you can find a good you know, some good money to pay if anything arises. So I would like to see, what do you think about that? Should I get a pet insurance for my Pongo, or, you know, what would you do? I kind of ask about, and not everybody actually has got pet insurance. I just think it's kind of I wouldn't say it's kind of a con, but it kind of sounds like that to me. And finally, I would like to talk about energy security and a British energy company called Union Jack Oil, trading on the London Stock Exchange under the ticker of UJO. So earlier on last week, London stockbroker Shad Capital started coverage on Union Jack, and they issue a research note where they establish a current core valuation of 0.66p per share, saying that they believe there is significant scope for a valuation representing many multiples of the current share price. Now, Union Jack Oil is trading around 0.2p per share, so there is lots to go. And the interesting things about this company is his portfolio, which is a really well-balanced portfolio with different assets, appraisal, production, so a kind of like a nice mix. And one of the flagship project is obviously West Newton hydrocarbon discovery, which has been described as the largest onshore hydrocarbon development in the UK over the last 4 years. And last thing to say is that the Union Jack has got is completely fully funded for the work program, has got 5 million in the bank, and being able to keep a company financially stable during those hard times is really something that was a great achievement by the management team. They never tried to play too hard, as always, under promise and over deliver. And this is another point that I would say you know, is important, because when you are investing in a company, you are not only investing in the assets, in the potential of the assets, but you, and also what are you know, the facts, the balance sheet, and you know, the assessment that you do on the company, but you're also investing in the people. And the management team here has always been very careful, playing really you know, be with the foot on the ground, with the feet on the ground. And that you know, is something quite unique, particularly you know, on the AIM market. You won't find many companies like that. So I leave you with all this information that I gave you, and I think that will be a good base for you to do your own research, because remember, investment is always down to you, it's never down to the people. They tell you what to do, and you should never do that, but you should always do your own research, because it's your money, it's your risk, it can be your loss or your upside. So do your own research, and don't forget to start to enjoy the ease of the lockdown, because that is quite nice, you know, to be able to go back to the hairdresser for the first time, which I'm going next week, and I will have my hair cut after, well, 4 months. And you know, being able to do these little things that before were not allowed, and now you can do anymore. So it's great to see that things are coming back. but we learn a lesson and needs to be more cautious about our decision and our investment, because we never know what is going to happen tomorrow, and you have to make sure that you are always you are prepared for the unexpected. And I think this is something that probably I've learned and many other people have learned. So just be more careful, and sometimes it's good to take a risk, but always be conscious that the risk that you can take, be cautious of the risk that you can take, because it shouldn't be something you can't afford. So this is everything from the Financial Fox. Have a wonderful Sunday, or what is left, and I will see you next week and at the same time. Don't forget to let me know your feedback about the topics that we talk about. So then it's good to start to create a conversation, and it will be great to see what you think about. So this is everything from the Financial Fox, and happy Sunday, or what is left of it, and I will see you next week and at the same time.